Moti.
Source of influencers.
Natalie, thank you very much for sitting with us here today. We know you're really, really busy. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Natalie Bramwell. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and I am a fitness influencer.
There's a bit more to you than just a fitness influencer. You were a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about that?
So I entered wrestling probably about 2.5 years ago, and I was doing stuff to, up to the WWE. I was doing extras for them, and I was supposed to have a try with them until I hurt myself. But I also was a competitive power lifter, weightlifter. I competed in figure competitions, personal trainer, kind of all over the map.
So you're not doing any of these sports now?
I do a little bit of everything. So I have a couple of online clients, and I'm doing I still do powerlifting and that. I just don't compete in any of them anymore.
Why is that?
I like to think that I keep evolving with what I'm doing. So I've done it, I've tried it. I don't like to stick to one thing for too long. I just kind of want to do everything.
So would you be a typical millennial where you just hop from one thing to the other?
I don't know if that's a typical millennial thing. I just like to try everything just to kind of say that I did it.
And how far would you go in each of these sports and you're like, oh, I know it all now, and you just move on?
Well, I mean, I did stuff up to the WWE. I didn't sign with them yet, but that was the plan. The injury kind of was the reason that I walked away from it for now. I might still go back. I'm not really sure, but...
And this was the powerlifting or the...
that was for wrestling, yeah. And then powerlifting, I did college level, university level, and stuff like that, so...
So right now, the main focus of you training is what?
For my own progress.
And with that said, from the competitive side of things, would you not feel you train harder, or are you as driven even
when
though
it comes to competing?
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're competing, there's a goal in mind. So whether that's physique, strength goal, power goal, whatever, it's a little bit easier to stay focused. But I just love the gym, so my goals keep changing. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So you've had a few different sports. Is there anything you have in mind in the next, say, 5 years or so?
Yeah, I actually have more non-fitness goals right now. So there's more industries that I want to get into. I've always stayed with everything that I've done. It's not like I tried powerlifting and now I don't lift heavy anymore. Yeah. I tried wrestling and now I have nothing to do with it. I just like to evolve, so yeah.
Tell us a bit about the stuff that you want to do that maybe outside fitness.
So I actually want to start barbering. Yeah, cutting hair. I actually became friends with a couple of the guys that do all the beards and haircuts for the guys in the WWE, so they're called maestros. And so I became friends with them, and I just wanted to try it. It's probably my next new phase.
Okay, so we've got a pro wrestler that now wants to cut your hair.
Who's low-key a barber, a pro powerlifter, figure competitor.
Is it because every little store in Toronto seems to be a barber shop these days, or?
I don't know, I just think it's something cool. There's somebody in the fitness industry, Dana Lynn Bailey, that I respect a lot, and she was an Olympian. She competed at Miss Olympia, but she also does so much more. So I kind of just I like and look up to her, and I respect her for that. So I kind of try to follow in her footsteps. Whatever sparks a passion, just follow it.
And how do you find you keep your focus if you have something always kind of on the horizon, or does that keep you sharp?
I mean, when I do have a new goal in mind, there's always to be the best at it. It's never I'm going to be a pro wrestler for fun. It's I'm going to get signed with the WWE, or I'm going to be the best figure competitor. I'm going to be the best trainer, things like that. So I don't know. I just want to be good, beat my previous.
You're based out of Toronto.
Yes.
So how would you say Toronto and the Canadian fitness scene varies, or is better or worse than the US scene? And where do you feel there's more opportunities for you?
There's obviously more opportunities in the U.S. because there's more international expos and stuff like that. So even the Arnold, Olympia, obviously I'm here in Las Vegas. When it comes to Toronto, it's a very knit community, tight-knit community. So everyone kind of knows each other, which is, I don't even think that's just a Canadian thing. I've been doing these expos for a couple of years, and you get to know the same faces at all the booths and that. So it's kind of nice. I don't think there's one better or worse.
Would you say they're on the same par as you could have the same level of athletes on each side of the border, or would you say that the US might be a little bit ahead of the game?
I mean, as far as high level athletes, we have amazing athletes in Canada. Chris Bumstead's competing this weekend, and there's just a bunch of amazing names that are just as good, if not better, than Canadian competitors. And then all industries too, not just bodybuilding, when it comes to strength and everything. So yeah.
Okay, very good. So, do you ever fear that as you grow it more into the, say, non-fitness side of things, that your love for fitness might ever wane a little bit?
No.
No?
Fitness is my life. Whether it comes to just like my social media, like doing stuff for the gram, or just being in the gym every single day, like I've never stepped away from fitness. I've been an athlete my whole life, so I need that competitive drive. Whether it's just me and like the local gym bro beside me, or if it's like a competition, I always have to be involved with it.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.